Hey guys, welcome to the Play for Life Comics FOC show for 11/5/22. This is a show where we show you a bunch of books coming 3 to 5 weeks out typically, and we give you previews on those, and we typically focus on number ones, possible first appearances, and hot covers. And we attach a Google Docs sheet. We focus on a very small amount of books, so we do have those on the Google Docs sheet with a blank spot at the bottom, but there are dozens of books every week up for FOC for reorder. You can go to previousworld.com for most things, Lunar Distribution if it is a DC book, and a couple of real small publishers on top of that now. Lunar's covering as well. Artist Elite, I believe, the one that stands out. And you can see all the dozens of books that are up for reorder each week, and put the orders in through us. That's what that blank space is. The blank space is also handy for multiple covers as well. So without further ado, we're going to jump on in with Plush. Now, this is a we were kind of laughing about this one. It is about a guy visiting his first furry convention, and he happens upon a back room or something of furries participating in cannibalism. So definitely a strange one. If you've read any of the, they also did a series called Vinyl and a series called Plastic. Was the one I read was pretty wild. So if you've read either of those, you know it's probably going to be something fairly strange. You got an A cover by Renzi, B cover by Tony Fleeks, C cover by Corona and Stern, Tula Latoy usually does a great job. I'm sure they'll have images up soon on that one. On to Know Your Station. This is interesting. Pretty much the wealthiest of the wealthy on Earth, the top 1% or whatever, have gone to live on a space station, and there is a murder. And basically, this person has to solve the murder on the space station for the ultra wealthy.
And basically, it said there's going to be each week's going to be a new, and unique murder.
Okay.
So everyone's going to be different.
So it'll be a good mystery there. You got a B cover by Becca Kari. Cardstock version of the same cover for $1 more. You got a Jen Woodall D cover. On to Magic, Nahiri the Lithomancer. This is one of the Magic the Gathering comics. Great A cover by Ariel Olivetti. Susie Suspiria Vilches B cover. This was the one we tended to like. This is kind of why we put it up, because it's just a sharp, good-looking photo cover. On to Star Wars High Republic Adventures, number 1 of 8. This is, again, Dark Horse taking over some of the Disney Star Wars stuff. This one's interesting because this is set a couple hundred years before the movies and whatnot. So this character, it's a Padawan, Sav Maligan, is on a mission and runs into Maz Kanata, a infamous space pirate. And if you're familiar with the latter trilogy of movies, Maz Kanata was the older character, alien character that runs the trading post that Chewie and them end up on. So there's a little callback to a character there. It's kind of cool. I remember playing a video game where she was a big part. Dead Seas, number 1. Now this one's Ghosts Are Real and Dangerous. This is another good indie from IDW. But they're also valuable. Their ectoplasm is capable of curing diseases. So it's kind of a like people hunting rhino horn, that kind of thing. people are hunting ghosts for medicinal purposes. So it definitely could get cutthroat there. Fairly interesting. You got I kind of like this one. This is Ario and Indito B cover. Kelly Jones C cover. On to ASM number 15. Now, this is a part of the Dark Web crossover. Dark Web 1, I believe we did the FOC for last week or something. Yeah, so this will be a continuation of that story. John Romita Jr., A cover. And we like to talk trash on John Romita Jr. I will give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. Is not so bad. This one's better than most.
The legs bother me. They're Venom's legs.
They got kind of a Liefeld look to them. Yeah, but as far as the faces and stuff, I feel like he threw a little more detail in there. But Salvador LaRocca connecting B cover. That one's pretty cool. This was my favorite. This is the Ed McGuinness C cover. On the Dark Web XMen, this is a 3-part mini-series that is a companion to the Dark Web series. This is a Phil Noto A cover, one of my favorites. A little different than what he normally does, but I really like the background.
Yeah, because the two main protagonists are Chasm and the Goblin Queen. So this one focuses on
more the Goblin Queen.
Especially since she was married to Cyclops and Havoc. And,
you
know, a little bit of all that stuff.
A little love triangle kind of thing going on. Terry Dodson B cover. Great magic image there. Goblin Queen, Salvador LaRocca connecting. You can kind of see where it connected with the other one. I think this red thing kind of overlays there. Invincible Iron Man number 1, another big relaunch by Marvel. They're relaunching a lot of their majors right now. So it's a good place to jump on for any new readers or any readers that have been kind of on vacation for a while.
Supposedly this one's going to focus a little more on all the bad stuff. Supposedly he's going to hit rock bottom and have to build his way back up.
Okay. Great Cal New cover, A cover. Marco Cicchetto B cover. Bob Layton connecting one. This one should be cool. When it's all said and done, I imagine it'll be a panorama of the armor vault or whatever. And this one could be real cool. So definitely neat. Declan Shelby kind of looking like a Scotty Young cover a little bit.
That's part of that extreme Marvel where they're doing that to all the characters.
Yeah, this one's kind of cool. Ivan Tao Ironheart variant. Luciano Vecchio. And on to Mary Jane Black Cat number 1. Of course, they had a more recent series. This is from Jed McKay, who was writing Moon Knight and Iron Cat. One of the most explosive and kick-ass adventures in Marvel memory, set against the explosive backdrop of Dark Web. This is another Dark Web tie-in with a great J. Scott Campbell cover. Those are two characters he definitely draws very well historically. Got an Adam Hughes demonized B cover. I'm sure that doesn't disappoint either. Peach Momoko C, pretty good. David Nakayama, I'm sure is great. On to Monica Rambeau Photon. Now, this one does have some great covers, and I'm glad to see this character kind of getting her due diligence. Got a Lucas Warnock A cover. Very good-looking cover. Karen Darbo, not an artist I'm familiar with. Kind of different take on that one there. Peach Momoko, pretty good Momoko there. I do think she is she's growing on me a little bit. This is probably my favorite. This is the Brian Stelfreeze, kind of older school look for her. On to Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 1. This was the first standalone series with Miles Morales. This will be the facsimile with the Car Andrews cover, so all the old ads and all that in there.
Old, like
Well, I say old,
Yeah,
it's 10-year-old
10-year-old,
book.
yeah.
I do have an opinion on them doing such new books for facsimiles. I think it's problematic. A great example is the UF4 facsimile that then they were stapling on acetate covers. Google that. I'm sure you'll find something. Catman and Kitten. This is a Dynamite, kind of a Golden Age or take on a Golden Age character. Sounds cool, but when you read the solicitation, it's definitely got a Golden Age vibe. They're going after like a diamond heist or something. Priceless artifact. Can our classic adventurers evade pterodactyls, throw hands with the Lavender Gang, and survive the Snake Man? So definitely kind of a older vibe on that stuff. Great Yoon A cover. Good looking Jonathan Case B cover. Jacob Edgar C cover. On to Bob Phantom. This is some of the Archie Comics superhero stuff. And a lot of their superheroes, they had a heavy history with Golden Age superheroes in their early stuff. The Archie was something they tried that just stuck. This is after failing to aid a dying criminal in order to get more gripping news story. He's a journalist. He becomes a superhero. So there you go. Could be interesting. And they describe him as Nightcrawler meets Spider-Man. So they have no problem comparing it to Marvel, obviously.
Nightcrawler or Nightwing?
Nightcrawler.
Okay.
Jamal Eichel B cover. Gangster Asperista. Now this one sounded interesting. This is a former career criminal, decides to settle down, starts working at a coffee shop, but then she finds that doesn't pay well and people get on her nerves. So, as you imagine, she probably has some interesting interactions. You got a great Connor Hughes, Finn Cram A cover, a foil B cover for $2 more. This one's pretty funny. She's got everybody knocked out there in front of the coffee shop. Grim Space. Now, this is kind of cool. This is something a little different. This is sci-fi takes on old fairy tale stuff. So what this is from Scout Comics. This is a sci-fi high-tech take on Jack and the Beanstalk. You got a Rully Akbar A and B cover. If you look at them, you got the legs of the guy there, the torso of the guy there. So it is a vertically aligning connecting cover. So something a little different, kind of cool looking. Yeah, could be a neat read. Batman 130 with a Jorge Jimenez A cover. This is the wrap up of the Failsafe storyline. And of course, they're expecting it to really change. Will Batman make it out of there? Who knows? I've heard that before, though, so we'll see. Great Gabrielle D'Otto cardstock B cover. My favorite, this is the Stepan Sejic cardstock C cover with the T-Rex and the Batcave from a more unique angle, I would say. And the Laura Braga holiday card. I don't know if this is going to be black and white coloring book style like this, but that's kind of cool if it is. Great facsimile here. This first appearance of the Justice League, Brave and the Bold 28. Also first appearance of Starro. So that could be a good one there. Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, number 3. I'm not going to try to pronounce this last name, but there's your A cover. Gian Domenico. Well, I lied. I tried. There we go. But this is why we put this one on here. This is a great Liber Mayho, who I'm a fan of. Joker as Santa cover. This is just a fun cover. So Merry Christmas. Sarmento holiday variant on C. Justice Society of America #1. They've been doing quite a bit of playing with these old Golden Age characters and stuff like that. Forget there was a big crossover that was going to introduce some of
Yeah,
that
this one
stuff.
right here, one of the characters comes to the modern time and warns them that there's a great evil coming. So they're going to have to sort of create a brand new Justice Society to take on whatever the threat is. So they're going to start introducing, I guess, some of the Golden Age characters again.
Nubia in the Justice League one-shot. She, I'm sure, is kind of taking over Wonder Woman's mantle in this. I see Wonder Woman's with them as well, but she is Queen of the Amazons now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got Nubia teamed up with the Justice League. It is a one-shot Travis Moray cover. I like this Manahini B cover with the Hall of Justice in the background there. Joshua Swaby, Nubia 50th anniversary cover. Last week we did first appearance of Nubia facsimile. Poison Ivy number 7. It's been an interesting read. Got a Jessica Fong A cover there that's pretty solid. I kind of like that one. This is why we picked it. This is the Middleton B cover. Knock out of the park. It's just a great looking cover. The Laree cardstock cover. I'm still not sold on this like new getup she's got, but they have been doing some cool covers with it. It's just strange looking to me, but there you go. It kind of makes me think of some of that Pirates of the Caribbean when the guys had like coral and stuff growing off of them and whatnot. But there you go, guys. That wraps it up for us this week. Get those orders in by midday Saturday. Yeah, we appreciate it. And you guys have a great, safe week out there. We'll catch you next time.